My name is Gabriel from GabakUSA. In this video we're going to see this motherboard. So this is a motherboard from ASUS. So I recommend you this, and I'm going to tell you why this is one of the best motherboards that you can find in the market. So basically, if you didn't see my other videos, you can go to the playlist and you can watch them from the beginning. This is the motherboard that I just got. This is the model B250. So if you're thinking, well, why should I buy this and not something else? So basically, the main advantage or the main feature in this motherboard, as you can see, is that you can connect 19 GPUs. So that is amazing. I didn't see any other motherboard that you can connect as many GPUs as this one. Also, you're going to see another motherboard that they have less, of course, slots. So for instance, you are going to be able to connect less GPUs, but in this case that is not the case, at least with this one. So the main advantage is just what I just said. So basically this motherboard, so if you know, all motherboard looks like the same, but in this case you have many slots where you can connect the risers. So if you don't know what is a riser, so here I have one. So basically you have two types of motherboards. You have the motherboard that you can connect all the video cards just like this, and this is not going to be the size. Those are called like raceless motherboards. So in this case they're going to be like very long motherboards, longer than this, and you can connect them directly. So that is cool. I like that idea. The only bad thing that I seen until now is that all those motherboards, they are generic. They are not well-known brand, at least like ASUS in this case. And that is the main disadvantage, because you know, if you have a bug in the BIOS or there is some problem, you don't know who you have to call. I mean, you don't have a very well-known manufacturer, and you may run into issues. So if you want to buy one of those and make a test, great. But if you want something like is very well designed, you're going to get one of these, because it's a very well-known brand, like I mentioned before. Also, you know that it was designed just for this, and it's not just like any other motherboard that, you know, they are made just for a regular computer and not for this. So in this case, what you're going to find is, once you get a nice riser, something that is going to work, you're going to connect it on the computer case, like I showed you before. So if you didn't see my videos, I recommend you to see my other video where I was showing you a nice computer case where you can connect them all. So in this case, it's very easy. The only thing that you have to do is just connect it like that, and then you connect the power supply, and then here you can connect the video card, and that's it. So in this case, you have to keep in mind a few things that is different than the other motherboards. Is here, as you can see, you have the connector. It says A01. Here you have A02 and 03, and like that. So I'll try to zoom in, so that way you can see it a little bit better and you will see what I'm saying. So why you are thinking, why should I care about this? Is because you have the three connectors here. You have a power connector here, and you have another one. It's called A, as you can see here, A, B, and then C. So basically you have to do the same thing. When you connect the video cards, you have to connect the same power supply that you are using here. You have to connect them here with this video card, so that way you will not run into any issues. The same thing with these auxiliary connectors that you see here. So later in this little sign you will say, okay, use the same power supply that you're connecting here, and the other one with the other line, and with the other one. So the main thing with this one, if you know that you're buying this kind of motherboard, is that the BIOS is just made for this. You don't have to modify anything. I mean, if you want to improve or maybe to overclock something, yeah, you can do it, but you know that buying this kind of motherboard is plug and play. It just works. You don't have to do any other thing. Another thing that they recommend is, if you're going to buy if you're going to install, let's say 6 video cards, so use the A connector like I just showed you before. And if you want to use all the video cards that you can connect here, like 19 video cards, the manufacturer recommends to connect 3 power supplies. Usually you have to make sure that they are very well known. Also, make sure that they are at least 1600 watts, so that way you have plenty energy to power up everything. And once doing that, the other thing that you have to keep in mind, at least for this motherboard, for this version, is the Intel 6. The 6th generation and the 7th generation is the one that you can use here. And other than that, this like any other motherboard. The other thing that it says in the manual, I mean, everything I'm telling you, you can read it here in the manual. It says that if you're going to use 19 GPUs, they recommend you to install at least 32 gigs. So that is one thing. If you're thinking, well, maybe with 4 gigs or 8 will be enough. No, the manufacturer recommend to install more RAM. So in this case, I'm going to try to put 32 or 64 gigs, so that way I have plenty and I will not run into any issue. So I hope this video was useful. So if you have any question, I'll try to make a video about how to build a nice and professional mining machine, so that way you will not have any problem. Remember, if you want to buy my video classes, you can go to GabakUSA.com. If you want to see all my playlists that I have in my channel, you can go to the playlist and see everything else. Thank you for everything. Remember, clicking the little bell, so every time I upload a video, YouTube will notify you. Thank you for everything. See you next time. Bye.